What happens when a legend refuses to stay in the past? What if a story you thought was finished suddenly returns, stronger, darker, and far more dangerous? Can nostalgia survive the pressure of modern storytelling? And what if the face leading that rebellion is one you never expected to see in this role? Before you think you already know the answer, pause for a second. Because what is about to unfold is not just a remake. It is not just another historical drama. And it is definitely not something you can watch casually and forget. Something has shifted. And if you blink, you might miss why everyone is suddenly talking about Sandokan again. Welcome back to a world many believed was gone forever. A world of rebellion, forbidden love, and empires built on fear. A world Netflix has quietly reopened, knowing exactly what it was doing. For those who grew up dreaming of epic romances and larger-than-life heroes, this feels personal. For those who miss the era when adventure series carried real weight, this feels necessary. And for those discovering the story for the first time, this feels dangerous in the best possible way. Because Sandokan is back. And this time, he has the body, the presence, and the raw intensity of John Yaman. But let's slow down. Because touching a legend like this was a gamble. A massive one. Sandokan is not just a character. He is memory. He is myth. He is the echo of a time when television dared to be bold. The original series from the 1970s did not merely entertain. It defined an era. Kabir Bedi's piercing gaze beneath the turban became iconic. For many viewers, Sandokan was childhood, rebellion, and romance all at once. So imagine the pressure. Imagine the risk Netflix took by reviving something so sacred. One wrong move, and nostalgia would turn into disappointment. One weak performance, and the comparison would be brutal. Yet something unexpected happened. Something few people were ready to admit. This new Sandokan does not collapse under the weight of the past. It stands taller. Produced by Lux Vide, the same powerhouse behind Medici and Leonardo da Vinci, the series arrives with confidence. Every frame feels deliberate. Every costume feels alive. Every location breathes history. The story takes us to Southeast Asia in the 19th century. A world of beauty and brutality. A world where the British Empire tightens its grip, believing itself untouchable. And a world where resistance begins to whisper before it dares to roar. This is not a simple tale of heroes and villains. It is political. It is emotional. And above all, it is passionate. The directors, Gian Maria Michelini and Nicola Abbatangelo, made a bold choice. They did not copy the past. They reinterpreted it. They kept the soul but sharpened the edges. Here, history is not just decoration. It drives every decision, every betrayal, every sacrifice. And then there is him, John Yaman. This is where everything changes. John Yaman does not play Sandokan as an untouchable legend. He plays him as a man, a leader shaped by loss, a strategist forged by oppression, a rebel who knows exactly what he is risking. Set in 1845 in Borneo, the story introduces us to a people crushed under colonial rule. The Dayak community suffers in silence, until silence is no longer an option. Sandokan rises not as a myth, but as a calculated force. His nickname, the Tiger of Malaysia, is no accident. Not just because of his physical strength, but because of his intelligence, his patience, his refusal to kneel. Yet power alone is never what truly traps the audience. What truly holds you is what Sandokan never planned for: love. In one of the most dangerous moves of his rebellion, Sandokan infiltrates the British world under a false identity. His target is clear: the British consulate. The plan is precise. But then there is Lady Mariana, played by Alana Blur, she is not a passive figure waiting to be saved. She is observant, informed, and far more central to the story than anyone expects. What begins as manipulation slowly turns into tension, then conflict, then something neither of them can control. And just when you think the emotional stakes cannot rise any higher, another force enters the frame. Lord James Brooke. Ed Westwick delivers a chilling performance as the pirate hunter. Obsessive, cold, and dangerously possessive. Brooke does not just want to defeat Sandokan. He wants to own the narrative. He wants control over the land, over the rebellion, and over Mariana. The tension between Sandokan and Brooke defines the rhythm of the series. One represents community, resistance, and sacrifice. The other represents empire, authority, and domination. And Mariana stands between them, not as a prize, but as a woman navigating two worlds that are tearing each other apart. This is where the series delivers its emotional fracture. Because suddenly, no choice is clean. No side is without consequence. And every decision costs more than expected. Visually, the British Empire is portrayed as stunning, expansive, elegant. But beneath that beauty lies cruelty. A system designed to break spirits quietly. And Sandokan fights, not just soldiers. He fights an idea. For viewers who fell in love with historical dramas like Shogun, this series feels like relief. After Shogun raised the bar impossibly high, many felt a void. And with the second season delayed until the end of 2027, that void felt permanent. Until now, the comparisons are unavoidable. Both series immerse us in richly detailed historical worlds. Both focus on outsiders navigating Asian territories shaped by conflict. But the tone is different. Where Shogun was dense and politically heavy, Sandokan leans into adventure, action, romance, and rebellion. And audiences are responding. According to IMDb rankings, Sandokan has already climbed into the top 30 most popular series worldwide. A 7.1 rating may not sound shocking at first, until you remember the pressure, the expectations, the legacy. This score means people are watching, talking, recommending. Word of mouth is growing, and momentum is building. So if you are wondering what to watch this weekend, the answer is clear. Make yourself comfortable. Let the world slow down for a moment. And allow John Yaman to pull you into 19th century Borneo. This series delivers an unforgettable lead performance, a layered love story, breathtaking costumes, and the thrill of classic adventure reborn. And if you are watching this on magazine news and gossip, you already know what comes next. Because this is the kind of story that demands discussion. That gaze, those sword fights, those impossible choices. Tell me what you felt. Tell me which side you chose. And tell me whether this Sandokan lived up to the legend. Because the most shocking detail might not be what happened on screen. It might be how deeply it stayed with you after the final scene faded to black. And if you made it this far, you already know. You don't just watch Sandokan. You get pulled into it.